start with your outlook for the season and what kind of opportunity you feel is out there for you to grab playing time.
Well, you know, sad for Marcel to go down, but when one man goes down, another man has to get up. So I feel like it's a big opportunity to me to feel like to show that what I have to the table.
Did he talk to you after he got hurt? Did he say anything to you?
Well, we usually talk all the time, but usually just says you got to step up.
Your expectation was to contribute anyway, before that, right?
Yes, sir.
So, you know, how did it kind of change everything?
It just makes the window even bigger to show what I have.
Which is, what do you think you bring the team?
Great effort, great ball skills, winning spirit, leadership.
What did you do during the off season to improve from last year and prepare yourself?
Well, you know, I was coming off a shoulder injury, so I was really rehabbing a lot. I was getting into the playbook a lot, and I was just getting tips from older guys.
What was last year like for you?
It was tough, you know, coming from high school. You think you're the man from high school. You think you're gonna be the man in college. So playing that special teams role and just figuring out what role you have to play for the team is got some tough doing.
Kind of humbling?
Yeah.
What are veterans telling you? You said tips from older players.
They're just telling me play hard. You know what I'm saying? Play the system. Don't what Coach Max says. You know, little me, big team.
How many snaps did you get on defense aside from the special teams stuff?
You know, it was a couple Kentucky, couple blowout games. It was enough.
What's your weight at this year?
206.
Where do you want to be at?
205.
Big breakfast. Huh? What's the biggest thing you take from last year? You know, you said it was kind of humbling for you. What's the biggest thing you learned you take into this year?
Take advantage of every opportunity. Never think that you'll never not play, because maybe if I would have never got hurt, Florida State game, I probably would have been at safety just as well as Chauncey was.
So you were saying that was enough, playing this limited. Why do you think that?
Well, it was just about just taking on my role. And my role then was to play special teams.
So kind of characterize this competition for us at safety and how tight it is, how close the battle is right now for playing time.
Well, it's close to everybody, you know what I'm saying? You got to go into practice every day, work, can't lack off, no days.
Is it important for you to take that role over? And then, with how versatile Duke and Chauncey can be, it can kind of help you guys out. You're going to be young back there with freshmen.
Yes, sir. Well, due to the freshmen at corner, I really do think I should step up and play safety so Chauncey can, you know, do what he do. He's a great player, and we also help around, you know what I'm saying, because we're young.
So the other Jeawon Taylor is called Wani. Do you have a nickname to help distinguish you?
Well, you know, the coaches, they usually just, maybe we're walking in a straight line, they'll say Wani Wani. So they both call us the same thing.
That's not very helpful.
It's not, but usually they'll put big Wani in front of his.
First time you met him, what was that introduction like?
I was like,
hey,
wow.
I'm Jeawon Taylor. Hey, I'm Jeawon Taylor.
Yeah. He introduced himself as Wani, and I said Jeawon.
Okay.
What are your impressions of the quarterback composition?
Whoever wins deserves it. They're great quarterbacks, so we'll win regardless, whoever wins it.
What do you see from them in the first week?
Well, all of them have great leadership. They're pushing the offense. They're pushing to a whole nother level.
Sorry to go back to this again, but do you remember where you were when you heard about Marcel's injury and what went through your head at that time?
The ones and threes were on one field, and I was with twos on the other field, and I realized it after practice that he had torn his Achilles, and as soon as he tore it, we were already over there. Me and Quincy was over there at his house, and we just chilled with him for a good little hour, talked about stuff.
What was he like during that hour?
He was down, but he always said God has a reason for everything.
How are the freshman safeties looking so far?
They're looking good. They're getting comfortable with the system, and they're playing fast.
So you're from Alabama, right?
Yes, sir.
Why Florida?
I felt like Alabama Auburn was too close to home, and I wanted to be you know, usually everybody that's a top player in Bama, they either go to Auburn or Alabama. Well, I wanted to be different, so I just decided to come to Florida.
Did it help having P. Ryan and Moon also from the same state coming here too?
Yeah, it made me feel very comfortable. We all, you know, we were already close since playing the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game, so it just made us a better bond.
What are your impressions of Jeremiah? I mean, he seems incredibly versatile.
He is. He can do everything. He'll do everything the coach tells him to do. He's a great player.
He seems like he's going to be, I mean, he's kind of in the shadows a little right now, but do you think he's going to be maybe a surprise to people?
Yes, sir. He really doesn't look at it like that. He just knows that he's not right now pointed out in the media right now, so he's still handling his business.
Besides yourself, who do you think really could have a breakout campaign for this defense?
Polite. He's looking great this camp.
So coming in last year, being a star in high school, what was your expectation for your first year?
Well, first play more plays than I did, and it was just to do exactly what I did in high school, ball out.
How'd you hurt your shoulder? Was it in the Memphis game?
Yes, sir. It was what I'll say mid first quarter kick return. I'm blocking and we hit each other and I land extended my arm out and came out of play.
That picture on your phone, is that of that play?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is right here.
So you keep it there for why?
To show that it'll never happen again.
Does it motivate you?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been around a team that's kind of gone through so many injuries?
No, this is the first. It feels like it's a curse or something.
Do people kind of forget that when they talk about you guys?
Usually, they usually forget that we're down a lot. Like later in the year, we're down a lot of guys, and we still end up kicking people's butt.
So what was the recovery process for you from that? How long did it take to get back to full range of motion?
I had surgery in December before the SEC championship game. So I went January, February, March, and I went April. Then I was kinda like 80% May. They wanted me to miss the whole spring. So it was a tough process, but due to the trainers and my man Giorgio, man, he's a physical therapist. He's a great guy. He got me through this.
Did you feel missing the spring could have been an opportunity for you to separate yourself a little bit?
Well, you know, spring, you know, get in the playbook a lot, but you really don't earn no money that way. You don't really earn any money spring. You earn your money during the season. So I feel like it was a great choice to sit out.
It's a long process, man. That's months.
Yeah, it is. So you just can't get down. You got to keep your head up.
Luke went through the same thing. Were you working with him at all?
Yeah, yes, sir. We actually had the same physical therapist.
What was that like? Did you guys bond a little bit?
Yes, sir. You know, Luke he's a great guy. I mean, he's funny. He's great leadership. What up, Nick? He's a great guy to be around.
Do you think he's in the mix for this quarterback job?
Yeah, I don't doubt any quarterback.
So speaking of Nick, what's his veteran presence bring to your group there?
You know, brains, smart. He's a great leader. He picks you up even when you're down. He's a great guy to be around.
Can you beat him in a race?
Of course.
Did he ever take you fishing and hunting?
No, actually, he hasn't taken me fishing or hunting.
Once more, still fascinated by the two Jeawon Taylors here. What do you guys have in common? Any similarities? Obviously, the physical differences are apparent.
Well, actually, I like to call myself Big One, as you can see. But Wani, he's the best tackle I've seen. Even being a freshman last year. But you know what I'm saying? We're cool. We sit by each other in the meeting room, team meeting room. He's fun to be around. Cool guy.
What was the biggest adjustment as a